Hey everyone, this is Mason from FilterGrade. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the best keyboard shortcuts for Adobe Photoshop in 2019 and 2020. Keyboard shortcuts can speed up processes that would normally take much longer, and once you get used to some of these, you can smooth your workflow significantly. I'm going to skip some of the basic ones, the ones you can see just by hovering over the tool in the Tools panel, and get to some that may not be as readily apparent. Change brush size. When you're using a brush or eraser tool, one of the most annoying things is dragging the tiny size adjustment bar around or typing in numbers until it feels right. This is especially annoying if you just need to make small adjustments. One of my favorite shortcuts is using square brackets. The left bracket decreases the brush size and the right bracket increases the brush size. Obviously this isn't great for precise sizing, but it can work if you're just trying to fill in an area and the sizing isn't quite right. Create new layer. While clicking the Create New Layer button isn't too difficult of a task, there is of course a keyboard shortcut for it. If you find yourself creating a lot of new blank layers, like for painting in Photoshop, this can speed up the process. The shortcut is Ctrl-Shift and N on Windows or Command-Shift-N on Mac. Ctrl-Alt-Shift-N also creates a new layer but skips the dialog box. Close all projects. If you're working on a lot of projects and are ready to close them all, there's no need to close each one by one or close them all from the File menu. Instead, you can press Ctrl-Shift and W on Windows or Command-Shift-W on Mac to close everything while leaving Photoshop open. And don't worry, just like closing everything normally, Photoshop will ask you if you want to save each unsaved project before it closes them. Hand tool. While you can always press H to use the hand tool, there is another way that only uses the hand tool as long as you have this button pressed. That button is spacebar. One of the easiest buttons to reach on your keyboard while also moving the cursor. As long as you're holding spacebar, the hand tool will be active, and letting go of the spacebar will toggle it off. Apply. The Apply tool is incredibly useful. It's amazing how often I've struggled to apply something like a text layer only to accidentally undo it by clicking in the wrong place. You can of course click the check mark that shows up on the top bar, or you can use a keyboard shortcut, which is Ctrl plus Enter on Windows or Command and Enter on Mac. This means you don't have to worry about making a mistake while trying to apply a layer and not move any other layers around on accident by clicking on your project. There are countless shortcuts in Photoshop that different users will find useful in different situations. These should be useful for most Photoshop users using Photoshop in 2019 and 2020. If you have a favorite shortcut that you use all the time, let us know in the comments what it is. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. And if you're looking for professional LUTs, Lightroom desktop and mobile presets, Premiere Pro templates, and more photo and video education, visit FilterGrade.com today.